Hey, everybody. Ooh, yeah. All right. Ooh. Got a call from an old friend. We used to be real close. Said he couldn't go on the American way. Yeah. Closed the shop, sold the house, bought a ticket to the West Coast. Now he gives them a stand-up routine in LA. Ooh. Cause I'm alright, yeah. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. I never said you had to offer me a second chance. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. I still belong. Don't get me wrong. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. They would tell you you can't sleep alone in a strange place. Then they tell you you can't sleep with somebody else. Why, but sooner or later you sleep in your own space. Either way, it's okay, you wake up with yourself. Ooh. I don't need you to worry for me, cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. You went with your own life, leave me alone. I never said you had to offer me a second chance. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. I still belong. Well, don't get me wrong. Well, you can speak your mind, but not on my time. Say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. Woo! Hey, this is my life. Keep it to yourself, it's my life. This is my life. Woo! To yourself, it's my life. Get out of my face. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon to those of you that are sharing my time zone. Good evening to those of you where that's applicable. Good morning, very early morning, very late night. Wherever you're coming from, please apply the right adjective. Hope everyone's having a good day. Well, I don't know if everybody around the world celebrates this or not, but today in the United States, it is Father's Day. And I've prepared a show today that reflects that. Don't worry, it still follows all the elements that we normally share. Got cool Billy Joel and Elton John and cool mix of other people as well. But I am going to be including songs today that either I think play on the theme of Father's Day well, or that I know my father is very particularly fond of. I will still try to get to some requests if I can, but if I get fewer requests than normal, it's only because we have sort of a special occasion, and I just want to make sure I get some of these things played. But don't worry, we'll go back to our normal format for sure, like on Wednesday, where I come in with a plan and let you guys completely destroy it with your requests by about 5 songs in, because I actually love that very much. But there are some messages I want to make sure get out there today. So, hey, Edward, thank you very much. Glad to know that. And I do have a request of yours from last week that I'm going to make sure I get done for you. In fact, we're going to do that next. But as is usually the case, please pop in and tell me where you're coming from. I like to see where everyone's tuning in from here, and I'm going to recognize the diversity of geography here before I move on to the second song. So please just drop a comment and tell me where you are viewing from. So we got New York, we've got Brazil. Yes, it's Godzilla! I love that video when he's playing My Life with Elton. That's great. Hi, Ruth Ann. Good to see you as always. Alexandra. Aww. Now we have to figure out how to do all of these things in the new world until this all kind of is in our rear view mirror, don't we? Good for you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Aiden. Okay, let's see. What do we have in here? Long Beach, California. Nice. A West Coaster. Martinez, California. A couple of Californians. We got New Jersey. We got the great state of Maine. Awesome from Spain. Idaho. New York. Always have a great collection of people from New York and from Great Britain. But I'm always amazed by some of the diversity of locations we get in Europe. Oh, no, not at all. I'm happy to do it. I love that song, so don't worry, no worries. Virginia, Michigan, Sweden. I have a great spot in my heart for Sweden. You know, I'm about a third Swedish. That's where my part of my father's side of the family immigrated here from Sweden in 1906. So, yes, love it. Finland, awesome. Georgia, thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Still in Florida. I don't blame you. Ireland, awesome. More California. Vegas, Nashville, Tennessee, one of my favorite places ever. Wales, got some Welsh blood in me too. The Forgotten Celts. Yes. Thank you. Yes, we'll be working toward that one. Thanks for tuning in, Simon. Appreciate that very much. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Dad. Happy Father's Day. Thank you. You guys are the legends. You guys make me feel like a real rock star doing this. Okay. I will press forward. Oh, Germany, got to recognize that. Kentucky, here in the States. Hey, Noah, no worries, man. Ontario, Canada, Georgia, London. My goodness. You guys just blow me away. And, you know, all of you, I appreciate everyone being here at you know, the same. Nobody's more important than anybody else, but I do have a very, very special, I know that some of you sacrifice and stay up pretty late to watch these, so speaking of sacrificing, so anyway, I just want you to know how much I really appreciate that. It's a thrill for me to get to do this and to have people tuning in. And on that note of sacrificing, here we go. It's a human sign when things go wrong, when the scent of a lingers and temptation strong into the boundary of each married man. Sweet deceit comes calling, negativity lands, cold, cold hearts, hot done by you. Some things look better, maybe, just passing through. And it's no sacrifice, just a simple word. It's two hearts living in two separate worlds, and it's no sacrifice, no sacrifice, no sacrifice at all. Mutual misunderstanding after the fact. Sensitivity builds a prison in the final act. We lose direction, no stone unturned, no tears to damn you when jealousy burns. Cold, cold hearts, hard done by you. Some things look better, baby, just passing through. It's no sacrifice, just a simple word. Two hearts living in two separate worlds. It's no sacrifice, no sacrifice, no sacrifice at all. Cold, cold heart, hard done by you. Some things look better, baby, just passing through. It's no sacrifice, just a simple word. It's two hearts living two separate worlds. It's no sacrifice, no sacrifice, oh, no sacrifice at all. It's no sacrifice at all. No sacrifice at all. No sacrifice at all. Ah, such a pretty song. That was one that I had meant to get in last week, and we just kind of ran out of time, but it was a request that I had meant to honor, so I'm getting it in at the beginning of this one. Okay, so, I always do that at least once. I always forget that I've got a comment up here on the board and then leave it up there while I play a song. Sorry about that. Thank you. I think that's a beautiful tune as well. Thanks, Ruth Ann. Okay, let's see here. Yes. Hi, Mom. Thank you. I love doing them. Can you imagine? I mean, this is a day where obviously my parents are on my mind, and I just think to myself, we couldn't have possibly foreseen being able to do this when I was like 13, 14, 15 years old. Just kind of learning how to do this, what I'm doing now. And of course, I wasn't as good at it then as I've gotten over the years, that when you do something for 30 years, you improve. But what a kick. I'd love to be able to go back and see my 15-year-old self's reaction to telling him that I get to do concerts twice a week on this thing I didn't even know what was, called the internet, and have people around the world watching. It's such an amazing experience. So still working on it, Jake. Sorry, my friend, but I do have a deep cut or two for you today. Okay. So I mentioned that today I was going to do music that I thought either was thematically good for Father's Day or that I knew my dad would appreciate. And one of them, my dad has always encouraged me to do music by a country artist called Travis Tritt, because he thinks, and he's correct, that our voices actually have sort of similar range and sort of power or whatever. So I thought I would do a Travis Tritt song. And the other reason I wanted to play this is that this is called I'm Gonna Be Somebody. It was a hit for Travis back in the early 90s. And it's about kind of following your dream. And in this case, it's specifically following a music dream. And I can't think at the end of the day of anyone in the world who has done more to try and help facilitate me being able to do what I do more than my dad. I mean, my mom too, obviously, because they're a team. But my dad has cooked up a lot of cool things for me to do. He rented, when I was a senior in high school, he rented the Kearney Community Theater in Kearney, Nebraska, and invited like 300 people to come see me do a concert. And that was my graduation gift. And it was one of the first true rock star moments I ever had, because this wasn't just like doing one song at a talent show. I got to do a whole show, and I put a little band together, and I had no idea he was even going to do it. He just came home one day and said, well, I'm going to get the community theater for you so you can start putting a show together. It looks like March 17th is going to be the date. So I did it on St. Patrick's Day that year, and it was still one of the most memorable experiences of my life, and it gave me the bug to keep at it. And So, but I could name 100 other things that he's done like that. So this is a song that I kind of think of him when I'm hearing it, even though it's not really about dads, because he's been a tireless advocate for this. Okay, goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bobby played piano on the harder side of town, where it's hard for a poor boy to find the money. He had dedication, he had the heart and soul. He somehow knew he was born to play. People said, get a real job, support your family, 'cause there's no future in the road you're taking. He never said a word, no, the dreamer just kept on. And late at night you could hear him sing, I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. The road was a struggle, took him 10 years to the top, but now he's number one on the stage and the radio. Still he can't believe how people come from miles around, when it seems like only yesterday he was singing, I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. Hey! Well, Bobby played his hometown one full moon August night, when he heard a voice in the front row singing. Was a sandy-haired rebel boy with the same old hungry eyes. Looked up at Bobby and said, I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. You know I will, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. Yes, I will, yeah, you can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. All right, thank you. And another artist, as my dad adores Billy Joel and Elton John, by the way, so we'll get back to that too. Lord knows my family didn't have much of a choice. It was either learn to like those two or be in misery as long as I was under the roof, because they were going to hear a lot of it. Luckily, the music's so good, it's kind of hard not to like it. But another artist that Dad was really fond of, and my interpretations of, was Garth Brooks. And probably his favorite song I ever did by Garth Brooks, have ever done. And I don't play it that often, but it's an amazingly uplifting song. Especially in these times right now when we're struggling with justice and equality and all this stuff. This is a beautiful vision for the future that we're trying to build. And it's a fun little number, and I know that this is something that he and my mom are pretty fond of. This is called We Shall Be Free. Well, this ain't coming from no prophet, just an ordinary man. When I close my eyes, I see the way this world shall be when we all walk hand in hand. Ooh. When the last child cries for a crust of bread, when that last man dies for just words that he said, when there's shelter over the poorest head, oh, we shall be free. When the last thing we notice is the color of skin, and the first thing we look for is the beauty within. When the skies and the oceans are clean again, oh, we shall be free. We shall be free. We shall be free. Stand straight, walk proud. We shall be free. When we're free to love anyone we choose, and this world's big enough for all different views. When we all get to worship from our own kind of pew, whoa, we shall be free. We shall be free. We shall be free. Have a little faith, hold out. We shall be free. When money talks for the very last time, and nobody walks a step behind, when there's only one race, and that's mankind, we shall be free. We shall be free. We shall be free. Stand straight, have a little faith. We shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. We shall be free. Have a little faith, walk proud. We shall be free. Ooh. we shall be free. Say, stand straight, walk proud, we shall be free. Always got to make sure you get that head bob in when you play your final note, otherwise you're not really doing it the rock star way. So much better than just, see? Little tips there for my piano students. All right, if you're just joining us, beg your pardon, if you're just joining us, I'm piano man Steve Lungrin. Welcome to the cast. We are going out live from Nevada Square Garden, which is what I like to call my office here in Mesquite, Nevada. Happy Father's Day to anyone who's celebrating it, and happy Sunday to anyone who's not. Do this every Sunday and Wednesday at 3 o'clock on the Pacific Coast, 6 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States. Google can tell you how that fits in with your own time zone. If you are enjoying yourself, I hope that you'll come back and join us on a regular basis. And if you're really enjoying yourself, I do appreciate those of you who have contributed to my digital tip jars that I keep in the description. You guys have literally turned this into something, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate this, but your digital gratuity has essentially made this about the same kind of a payday for me as if I got to play at a local bar or something, except this is way more fun because you guys are way more engaged than 50 drunk guys in a bar who some of them want to hear music and some of them don't, and you ask for more interesting songs. And we get to have these great conversations together. So this is kind of a dream come true for me, and it's really helping me keep my bills paid and my lights on and keep the operation of my business going forward. So thank you everyone who has chipped in a few shekels, and I know that these are difficult times for everyone, so it's never required, just always appreciated. The greatest gift that you can give me is in fact your presence. Ha! That is fake money, my friend. That is fake money. But I did use some of your money to buy the fake money on Amazon. Actually, I didn't. My mom got me that. My mom got me these fake $20 bills. It's fantastic. They really, like, you'd never be able to pass them because they don't feel like currency in your hand, but like for photograph, they look like real $20 bills. It's fantastic. And trust me, if I had that much cash on hand, the last thing I'd do is stick it in a wine glass in my office. Okay. Let's see here. So what did I have next? Oh, it's time for I have a commitment to always introduce new songs that I have not played at any of these live streams before, particularly by Billy Joel and Elton John, which means I usually have to dig into the deep cuts a little bit. And I thought this would be a good one for Father's Day. This is a Billy Joel song from the album The Bridge in 1986, and I'm surprised this one wasn't a single. But they didn't release it as a single. It's just an album cut. But it was a song he actually wrote. It sounds like kind of a romantic love song, you know, to the untrained ear. But if you really dial in and pay attention to what he talks about, it was actually written shortly after his first daughter, Alexa, was born. And what he was saying was that he's got this baby asleep at the house, and she is what he wants to give all of his attention to. And he's got the record label pounding on his door saying we need another album, and you know, we've got people saying it's time for you to go on tour again, and he's like, man, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to stay here at home and be with my baby, you know, and that's kind of that struggle, that conflict between those, you know, sort of maintaining his career and also being a dad for the first time is what this is about. It's called Temptation. Let me play it right, though. It's time for me to be on my way, I know. I've got business to conduct and I've got places to go, but I can't help looking at her sleeping instead. Another morning I'll have trouble climbing out of this bed, because she's such a temptation, and it's driving me crazy, and it's my fascination that's making me act this way. And I know what all of my friends say. They're afraid that I'm losing my touch. She's such a temptation. I look so tired 'cause I don't get much sleep, and I've got too many commitments that are too hard to keep. And I try to be rational and I try to be wise, but it all gets blown to pieces when I look in her eyes, because she's such a temptation, and nothing can save me, and my salvation would be my tearing myself away. And I know what all of my friends say. There's a danger in wanting too much. She's such a temptation. I should be leaving, but I can't cut it loose. I have my reasons for resistance, but I have no excuse. And I lose my composure, I could use some restraints. I never claimed to be a hero, and I never said I was a saint. And she's such a temptation, and it's driving me crazy, and it's my fascination that's making me act this way. And I can just hear all my friends say there's a danger in wanting too much, but she's such a temptation. Yes, she is. She's such a temptation. Yes, she is. She's such a temptation. Okay. See, for me, I think that would have been a hit single if they had released it, but what do I know? Columbia ran all kinds of focus groups and stuff. So, whatever. All right, let's see what's in the comments. Nice. Hello. Thanks, Jake. Nice. Thank you. I love the deep cuts, man. I love the deep cuts. And where else would I ever get to play them? That's the other thing I love. I've been playing bars and clubs and parties and events forever. Do you think anyone ever asked me to play, like, you know, Temptation by Billy Joel? No. That maybe Piano Man, but that's about the only one they ever holler out. So it's really great to have a platform to share this stuff with you. Awesome. Thank you, Elliot. Appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Nice. Okay, what else do we have here? Yeah, it's sort of a conversation piece. The wine glass is a conversation piece in my office now. Well, thank you so much, Colum. I appreciate that. I do my best. Luckily, I never have to be on my best behavior longer than, like, 30 or 40 minutes at a shot with you guys. So, okay. So now it's time for an Elton deep cut. We're going back into the 70s here. By the way, to Gary Elgort, I'm sorry, I'm still not able to do Captain Fantastic yet. I have the piano part down. The melody is so sporadic. It's a cool song, and I think it's fun to listen to on the first go through, but I keep forgetting where it's headed next, and there's a lot of lyrics to work in, and if you don't get the rhythm of them down, it's like a train wreck. So, but it's coming. I'm going to give you a down payment on it, just so you know that I'm working on it. Captain Fantastic, da 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 na 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 na. Just someone his father might know. Na 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 da 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 da. So. Anyway, just so you can see that I am actually working on it, I'm not just pumping you full of smoke. So it'll come together here pretty quick. I'm over the hardest part. Okay, but this one, I can't recommend that you watch the movie that this came from. But early in Elton John's career, I think maybe he had made 2 albums. And he was offered the chance, he and Bernie were offered the chance to write original music for a motion picture called Friends. And the way that Elton describes Friends, the movie, is to call it appalling. I couldn't believe what an appalling movie it was. So, again, I don't know that I could tell you watch the movie, but I do think that it's kind of a cool song, the theme song from this. And I don't think it was really a hit, but I think it's a charming little tune. And Elton played it in the very, very early 70s a little bit when he didn't have much of a catalog, and then it just disappeared from the set list. And the last time he did it was in a series of concerts where he didn't have his band with him and he was just playing by himself, just him and a piano and arenas. And that was in the late 90s. So this has not very often been played. But I think it's a pretty cute song, and it makes me think of all of you because I've made friends around the world thanks to you guys. Here we go. Hope the day will be a light, a highway for friends are found on every road. never think of any better way for the lost and weary travelers to go. We're making friends for the world to see. Let the people know that you got what you need. And with a friend at hand, you will see the lights. If your friends are there, then everything's alright. It seems to me a crime that we should age. These fragile times should never slip us by. A time you never can or shall erase. As friends together watch their childhood fly. Making friends for the world to see. Let the people know that you got what you need. And with a friend in hand, you will see the lights. If your friends are there, then everything's alright. Making friends for the world to see. Let the people know you got what you need. And with a friend in hand, you will see the lights. If your friends are there, then everything's alright. Charming. I love it. Okay. So, I'm going to do another one off the beaten path here from my dad. This was a hit song pretty recently. The hit was by Pink. But the song itself came from the motion picture The Greatest Showman, which he was a big fan of and he loved the music from. And again, it's one about pursuing dreams. And as I mentioned, there's been no greater advocate or facilitator for so many of my dreams than my dad. So here you go. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. And I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. See, I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we designed. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, we may be wrong, but I wanna bring you along to the world I see, the world I close my eyes to see, close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams is all in me awake. I think of what the world could be, vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. Okay. And this is one I'm just going to send out just as a Father's Day song. This doesn't, you know, there's sort of a general sentiment in here that I feel for my dad. The lyrics certainly don't match our story, but I just think that anyone who has a good relationship with their dad and feels good about them, the way I feel about mine, we'll pick up the vibe on this. This is a beautiful song that Dan Fogelberg wrote. And he was quoted as saying, I remember seeing him at a concert, he said, you know, if I could have only written one song in my life, I'd want it to be this one. This is called Leader of the Band. An only child, alone and wild, a cabinet maker's son. His hands are meant for different work, and his heart was known to none. He left his home and went his lone and solitary way, and gave to me a gift I know I never can repay. A quiet man of music, denied a simpler fate. He tried to be a soldier once, but his music wouldn't wait. He earned his love through discipline and a thundering velvet hand. His gentle means of sculpting souls took me years to understand. The leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. My brothers' lives were different, for they heard another call. One went to Chicago and the other to St. Paul. And I'm in Colorado when I'm not at some hotel, living out this life I chose and come to know so well. Thank you for the music and your stories of the road. I thank you for the freedom when it came my time to go. I thank you for your kindness and the times when you got tough. And Papa, I don't think I said I love you near enough. The leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. I am a living legacy to the leader of the band. Okay, so carrying on here for you Billy Joel Elton John fans. Let's see what's in the comments real quick. Thank you, Gary. I don't know that one yet, but I'm going to have to add that to the list of obscurities that you're exposing me to, which, by the way, has been a delightful journey. So much more fun than most of the obscurities I've had to learn in my life for weddings or whatever. Let's see. Hey, Steve, when do you post some new video, or when do you post some new videos in the members section? Well, you know, I mean, in the last year, I had put about 50 new ones up in the form of a new course, and I am going to be working on new content, but there's just always a lot of stuff. So one of the best ways to get new content is to join us in the new Facebook group, the Piano Man Approach Student Community, and we'll be doing live Q&A videos every Friday, so that's regular new content. But I actually am on a massive mission right now to overhaul and add a bunch of new content to the members area, but that's, you know, it's a process that'll be a year in the making. It doesn't mean there won't be new content for a year, it's just that it'll be dripped out over a period of time. So there's a lot of that coming out, and I'm going to keep trying to put new song tutorials up on YouTube. So the marathon continues. Thanks for the question. Let's see here. Thank you very much. Let's see. Just wanted to check in with some more of these comments. Thank you, Ruth. I appreciate that. Hi, Becky. Thank you. I love it too. Oh, that is a good one. I'll see if I have time to squeeze that in as a request. That's probably not a bad idea. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, Mom. That's okay. I have the same problem when I'm trying to text on my phone. Okay. So here we'll get back to some good old-fashioned Billy Joel. This has always been my dad's favorite Billy Joel song that I ever played around the house. Let's see if you can spot this one from the Piano Man album in 1973. Here we go. From a town known as Wheelin's, West Virginia, rode a boy with a 6-gun in his hand. Was daring life of crime, made him a legend in his time, east and west of the Rio Grande. Well, it started with a bank in Colorado. From the pocket of his vest, a Colt he hid, and his ears and his size took the teller by surprise, and the word spread of Billy the Kid. Well, he never traveled heavy, yes, he always rode alone, and he soon put many of the guns to shake him. And he never had a sweetheart, and he never had a home, but the cowboy and the rancher knew his name. Well, he robbed his way from Utah to Oklahoma, and the law just could not seem to track him down. And it served as a legend well for the folks that love to tell about when Billy the Kid came to town. One cold day, a posse captured Billy, and the judge said, string him up for what he did. And the cowboys and their kin, like the sea, came pouring in to watch the hanging of Billy the Kid. Well, he never traveled heavy, yes, he always rode alone, and he soon put many on the guns to shake him. And he never had a sweetheart, but he finally found a home beneath the New Deal grave that bears his name. Town known as Oyster Bay, Long Island, rode a boy with a six-pack in his hand. His daring life of crime made him a legend in his time, east and west of the Rio Grande. All right. And this was his favorite Elton John song that I played at the house for years and years. I saw you dancing out the ocean and running fast along the sand. A spirit born of earth and water, a fire flying from your hands. In the instant that you love someone, in the second that the hammer hits, reality runs up your spine, and the pieces finally fit. And all I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide, like you and I, no shadows block the sun. You're all I ever needed, baby, you're the one. There are caravans that follow, drunken nights and dark hotels, when chances breathe between the silence, where sex and love no longer jail. Oh, for each man in his time is Cain, until he walks along the beach and sees his future in the water, a long lost heart within his reach. And all I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide, like you and I, no shadows sun. You're all I ever needed. Ooh, baby, you're the one. And all I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide, like you and I, no shadows block the sun. Whoa, whoa, you're all I ever needed. Ooh, baby, you're the one. And all I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide, like you and I, no shadows block the sun. Whoa, whoa, you're all I ever needed. Ooh, baby, you're the one. Righty. I will definitely keep them in mind. This is an unusual show where I just had a number of things I wanted to make sure I played today, so I'm going to see when I get through my set list what the time is, and if I have time for a couple of requests, I will definitely squeeze them in. Normally, I bring a set list, and I just don't have any attachment whatsoever to whether I keep with it. But today, it's Father's Day, so I'm trying to play things that are not only thematically tied to that for everyone, but also songs that have a special connection between me and my dad. So, a little bit of all of that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Bill. Ooh, you know what? I don't know that one, Becky, but it's something I promise I will learn and do my best to include it in a future stream. Let's see here. Dave Burton. Thank you. How's my progress with Pinball Wizard going? Well, you know, actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do, just because I want to make sure that some requests are getting honored here, I'm going to do just a snippet of it, because the meat and potatoes of it are pretty well taken care of. There's just a few intricacies that I would like to improve upon before I get too crazy, but just to give you an idea here. Ever since I was young, except I'm in the wrong key. Sorry about that. Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball. Soho down to Brighton, I must have played them all. But I ain't seen nothing like it in any amusement hall. That deaf, dumb, and blind cat sure plays mean pinball. Your pinball wizard, there has to be a twist. Pinball wizard got such a supple wrist. How do you think he does it? I don't know what makes him so good. So it's really just a matter of getting the words down, and there's a couple of the things at the end when he's like, so I'm kind of working that out, but I promise you, it's coming. It's coming because it's a kicking song, and I want to be able to have it as one of my ringers. Yeah, I'm going to do my best. Okay. So this is one I've never actually included much in my live shows. I've played it, a handful of times over the years just because people requested it, but just weird because it's like the most covered song of all time. But this is one my dad and I both love the Beatles. He loved them when they were actually, doing their thing, and I ended up loving them because their music is what mostly inspired Billy Joel and Elton John, which then in turn inspired me. So they're in my musical family tree, if you will. And this was a song. Dad tells me that he wasn't like all that into the Beatles when they first came out, with like I Want to Hold Your Hand and stuff. Like they didn't make that much of an impact on him when they first hit the Ed Sullivan Show. But one song that really started turning his attention their direction, and then he became kind of a massive fan when he was in college by the time they got to the Pepper days and all of that stuff, was this one. And it was one of the great songs of all time by Paul McCartney. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe yesterday. If you've been watching the streams for a while, you know that one of my favorite, more contemporary artists is a guy named Jason Mraz. I think he's a brilliant singer-songwriter. And one of the things he has in common with me that's a little bit different from a lot of musicians is that he likes to write really uplifting things. He doesn't like to write, it's not that he never writes a sad song, and occasionally I write a sad song, but mostly I just want to make people feel happy. And this is one of the most beautiful sentiments ever about parents and their love for their kids, their desire for their kids to go out and do great things, make their mark on the world, and yet to never forget that there's always going to be a place where they're welcome, no matter what else happens anywhere else in the world. They can always come home. And I've definitely always felt that. It goes like this. 93 million miles from the sun. People get ready, 'cause here it comes. It's a light, a beautiful light, over the horizon into our eyes. Oh my, how beautiful. Oh my beautiful mother, she told me, son, in life you're gonna go far. If you do it right, you'll love where you are. But just know that wherever you go, you can always come back home. 240,000 miles from the moon. We've come a long way to belong here, to share this view of the night, a glorious night. Over the horizon is another bright sky. Oh my, how beautiful. Oh my irrefutable father, he told me, son, sometimes it may seem dark, but the absence of the light is a necessary part. But just know that you're never alone. You can always come back home. Oh, home, home. You can always come back. Every road is a slippery slope. There is always a hand you can hold on to. Looking deeper through the telescope, you can see that your home's inside of you. So just know that wherever you go, you know you're never alone. You can always come back home. You can always come back home. Home, home. You can always come home. miles from the sun. People get ready, 'cause here it comes, a light on a beautiful light, over the horizon, into our eyes. Okay. Got another Billy Joel deep cut coming your way here. Yes, indeed. That is a very, very good, that's a very good comment. This is a practice. This is not a destination. Well, Dave, I'll tell you what, whether you ever do or not, just know this. Somewhere in both of your hearts, you have a spot for each other. It's more important to know about that. Even more important than ever resolving it is just to remember there's a little piece of your heart that belongs to him, and there's a little piece of his heart that belongs to you. That much I'm absolutely certain of. Well, it's not that there's never a time and a place where it feels good to have someone know what you're going through. Edward writes, it does seem like a lot of singers make their money by reminding people of bad times rather than good. And definitely, and I'm not judging anyone for that. It's just my nature. I like to be happy, and I like to help other people feel happy. And in that, I share a common cause with Jason Mraz. I have another one of mine that I'm planning to do, but we'll see if I've got time for that one. Okay, this is a Billy Joel deep cut, and it leads into one of my own songs that I want to tell you about. But this is a song about reaching a phase where you've got to start yourself back over again and sort of reinvent yourself. This is from his first ever album, which was called Cold Spring Harbor in 1972. And I have not done this at any of my live streams so far. The last time I played this was for a YouTube performance video I did in about 2011. Maybe 2012, but I think 2011. So it's been about 9 years, so it was fun to dust this one off. It's called Got to Begin Again. Well, so here I am at the end of the road. Where do I go from here? I always figured it would be like this. Still nothing seems to be quite clear. All the words have been spoken and the prophecy fulfilled, but I just can't decide where to go. It's been quite a day, and I should go to sleep, but tomorrow I will wake up and I'll know that I've got to begin again. Though I don't know how to start, yes, I've got to begin again, and it's hard. Let me see. Well, it's been quite a while since I lifted my head, and I'm sure the light will hurt my eyes. I see the way that I've been spending my days, and reality has caught me by surprise. I was dreaming of tomorrow, so I sacrificed today, and it sure was a grand waste of time. despite all the truth that's been thrown in my face, I just can't get you out of my mind. But I've got to begin again, though I don't know how to start. Yes, I've got to begin again, and it's hard. Yes, it's hard. Ooh. So that one was gave me two opportunities to do some. One, to introduce a new song that I haven't done in any of these streams. Two, to continue playing Billy Joel deep cuts. Three, it was an entry to a song I wrote. And I had to play this on Father's Day. You know, my dad was a retailer for 25 years. He had his own, he was a clothing store. And I worked for him. I worked part-time a little here off and on in high school, and then I worked for like 3 years in college part-time. And then I was his full-time man at his Kearney, Nebraska location. We had 2 stores, and I was his full-time go-to guy in that place from basically 2000 to the time that we closed up shop in 2004. And you know, what happened was he was actually very, very good at that business and really enjoyed it. But it was the world changed. You know, we made our living primarily on selling tailored clothing, so suits and sport coats and slacks and that kind of thing, dress shirts and ties. And the world went a lot more casual, and which is fine. It happened. And we were in a small enough trade area that there just wasn't enough. We could see that the younger generation, every time someone who wore a coat and tie on a regular basis retired, there wasn't really someone replacing him in the younger generation at the numbers we needed in our trade area to keep it going. And so Dad decided to get out on his own terms rather than get forced out down the road. And it was bittersweet. And we had to begin again. Now, We've both ended up reinventing ourselves. I finally embraced music as a career, and it's been a wonderful journey. And he's done very well as a real estate agent. But that was such a special experience working in the downtown area of Kearney those years and being a part of that little slice of Americana that is kind of, it still exists, but not at the level that it once did. So there are some places that just don't even know what it's like to have those family-run retail businesses in the downtown main streets. And I wanted to pay homage to that, not just for my parents, but also just for the world and sort of for my own memory. This is just a tribute to a way of life that I got to have a little piece of before it disappeared. And it's pretty special. Not bitter about where I am now. I love what I'm doing now, but glad I got a chance to experience that. This is called Downtown Main Street Shop. His name was Joe. He owned a hardware store, and his wife was Betty Jane. Daddy left it to him 20 years before. His grandpa opened it in 1948. And they knew almost every single customer by name. And everyone bought everything from Joe and Betty Jane. Time marches on, and that little store is gone, but the doors are all still open in my heart. I'm glad I was around in that little town. so glad I bought from that mom and pop in their downtown Main Street shop. A big chain moved in and others came behind, and just traffic went away. He bought some television ads and billboard signs, and sales kept on dropping every day. He did everything that he could possibly afford to keep that business that he loved from locking up its doors. Time marches on, and that little store's gone, but the doors are all still open in my heart. I'm glad I was around in that little town, and I'm so glad I bought from that mom and pop in their downtown Main Street shop. My kids will never know the way it used to be. Discount chains and online stores is all they'll ever see. Time marches on, and that little store is gone, but the doors are all still open in my heart. I'm glad I was around in that little town, and I'm so glad I bought from that mom and pop in their downtown Main Street shop. In their downtown Main Street shop. Let's get after it a little bit. Used to be a rolling stone, you know. If the cause was right, I'd leave to find an answer on the road, yeah. Used to be a heart beating for somebody, but the times have changed. The less I say, the more my work gets done. 'Cause I live and breathe this Philadelphia freedom. From the minute I was born, away the flag. Philadelphia freedom took me knee-high to it, man. Yeah, give me peace of mind my daddy never had. Philadelphia freedom, shine on me. Oh, love you, shine a light through the eyes of the one left behind. Shine the light, shine the light, shine the light, won't you shine the lights? Philadelphia freedom, love you. Yes, I do. will choose a city, some others that choose a good old family home. I like living easy with our family ties, till the whip-on-wheel of freedom's at me, right between the eyes. Now I live and breathe the Philadelphia freedom, from the minute I was born, wave the flag. Philadelphia freedom took me knee-high to a man. Yeah, gave me peace of mind my daddy never had. Philadelphia freedom, shine on me. Oh, love you, shine a light through the eyes of the one left behind. Shine the light, shine the light, shine the light, won't you shine the light? Philadelphia freedom, love you. Yes, I do. Shine the light, won't you shine the light? Philadelphia freedom, I love you. You know I love you. Don't you know I love you, love you, love you? Yes I do, yeah. I love you, love you, love you. Yes I do. Love you, love you, love you. Yes, I do. Love you, love you, love you. Yes, I do. Hey. A bottle of white, a bottle of red, perhaps a bottle of rosé instead. We'll get a table near the street in our old familiar place, you and I, face to face. A bottle of red and a bottle of white, all depends upon your appetite. I'll meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant. Things are okay with me these days. I got a good job, I got a good office, I got a new life, got a new wife, and the family is fine. Oh, we lost touch long ago. You lost weight and I did not know you could ever look so nice after so much time. Do you remember those days hanging out at the village green? Engineer boots, leather jacket, the tight blue jeans. Drop a dime and a box, play a song about New Orleans. Cold beer, hot lights, my sweet romantic teenage nights. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. The Brenda and Eddie were the popular steadies and the king and the queen and the prom. Riding around with the car top down and the radio on. Everyone looked any finer. And overhead in the Parkway diner, we never knew we could one ball of that out of life. Surely Brenda and Eddie would always know how to survive. Whoa, 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 whoa. The Brenda and Eddie were still going steady in the summer of '75 when they decided that marriage would be at the end of July. Everyone said they were crazy. Brenda, you know that you're much too lazy, and Eddie could never afford to live that kind of life. Oh, but there we were waving Brenda and Eddie goodbye. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, they got an apartment with deep park carpets and a couple of paintings from seas. Big white bed that they bought with the bread they'd saved for a couple of years. Started to fight when the money got tight, just didn't count on the tears. Whoa, whoa, selling the rock and roll. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, they live for a while in a very nice style, but it's always the same in the end. They got a divorce as a matter of course, and they're part of the closest of friends. Hey, the king and the queen went back to the green, but you can never go back there again. Whoa, whoa. Brenda and Eddie had had it already by the summer of '75. The height of the Lord at the end of the show for the rest of their lives. Couldn't go back to the greasers. Best they could do was pick up their pieces, and we all knew they would both find a way to get by. Whoa, and that's all I heard about Brenda and Eddie. Can't tell you more cause I told you already. Here we are waving Brenda and Eddie goodbye. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bottle of red, the bottle of white. Whatever kind of mood you're in tonight, I'll meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant. like when it freezes to like ice, and there's a cold and lonely light that shines from you. Wind up like the wreck of you, hide behind that mask you use. Did you think this fool could never win? But look at me, I'm coming back again. I got a taste of love and a simple way. Need to know while I'm still standing, you just fade away. You know I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. You know I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Once I never could have hoped to win, started down a road leaving me again, and the threats you made were meant to cut me down. But love was just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. You know I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. You know I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I'm still standing better than I ever did. Whoa, whoa. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. You know I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys. I've had a really, really fun time today, and I know this is strange. I normally take a lot more requests. In fact, I didn't really take any requests today. I just sort of anticipated things that I knew might want to have played, but we'll get back to that because I love that format where I always try, like I say, I come with a few things I know I want to play and then pretty much leave it up to you to tell me what the set list is going to be, and we'll return to that on Wednesday. But today was a special occasion, and the guy who paid for my piano lessons and facilitated so many opportunities for me to expand my ability to do this, and it's just a huge part of why I can do this. It was it's Father's Day. I needed to make the show about that. So I hope that you'll forgive my my lack of taking requests today and following more of a structured set, but we'll get back to our normal routine on Wednesday. But I'm going to close out. First of all, I just want to thank everyone for being here, for all of you who've stayed up really late or done this at weird times of the day. I mean, that just means a lot to me. And again, just a huge thanks to all of you who've been using the digital tip jars. You know, I can't put words to express how meaningful it is to be able to do what I love right here at home, be safe from all of this craziness of the coronavirus, but also have a legitimate way to perform for so many of you around the world that you know, it's not practical for me to go play a gig in your town. It's really great to do this, and that you guys have made it financially sustainable for me to be able to do this twice a week like that just means a whole lot to me. So thank you very much. And whether you've given a tip or not, it doesn't matter. Just the fact that you're here really does mean the world to me. I literally will float for 3 days as a result of this every time. And just when the effect starts to wear off, I do it again and I get the same feeling. So, okay, the only appropriate thing to end this show with has got to be the song that, you know, I learned how to play this. I only know how to play one thing on the harmonica. My dad had harmonicas at the house, and he's not a harmonica player either, but he did know how to play Old Susanna, and I guess I know how to play that too. But they were his dad's harmonicas, and his dad played guitar. Now, I never got to know him. So one of the things that's special about this is I've already, as of today, had 19 more Father's Days with my dad than he got with his. So my dad's dad passed away very suddenly at the age of 48, and so I never even got to know him. I wasn't born for another 7 years. But it turns out that he played acoustic guitar, and he had this little thing that mounted on his acoustic guitar that he could put a harmonica on. There's a picture of him that I wish I could show you right now. There's a picture of him playing harmonica and playing guitar at the same time. I didn't know about that, and when I saw Billy Joel live at Yankee Stadium, I saw for the first time him play harmonica in one of these to do this song. And of course, being the schmuck that I was 13, I assumed this was some kind of like special custom gear that Billy Joel had made especially for him so he could play this one song. You know, I didn't know Bob Dylan had walked around with one of these for years, and Bruce Springsteen and Neil Young and God knows how many others. It's a pretty common piece of equipment. But so I didn't even know I could get my hands on one, but I stole one of Dad's harmonicas in C that was his dad's, that literally when you put your mouth on it, you could taste the auto shop that my grandpa had inside the thing. And I figured out how to play Piano Man. And I really wanted to be able to play it while I played the piano. And my mom, ever the creative one, says, well, let's just make you a harness. So we got a wire coat hanger, and we bent it up all to hell. And I think I used packing tape and taped the thing to it. We like bent it up here, so there's a little mount, and I used packing tape to tape it, and then put the rest of it around my neck. And of course, the whole thing would just kind of flop down. And so we took a scarf and we tied it to the back of it, and then I'd pull it down from the back and then tie the scarf around my belly, and it would hold the thing up so that I could reach the harmonica and play it. And that was my first harmonica harness. And I don't know how long that went on, maybe a week or 2 or 3, maybe even a month. Well, one day Dad comes home from work and he says, I got you something. And he tossed me this exact harness. I've kept it. It's still the one I use. And I said, oh my God, where did you get this? And he goes, the music store, son. You never even thought to go to the music store. It was $12. Now throw that piece of crap away. I can't stand to look at it anymore. Oh, so it's a very good memory. And so whenever I put this on, it tickles me. I think of my dad, and I think of my mom and her creative spirit helping me put that first one together, because neither of us thought to just go to the music store and say, do you have a harmonica thing so you can play piano and harmonica at the same time? So that's my story. And of course, it turns out years later I found out that I learned how to play the damn thing upside down, but now it's too late. I've come too far. So I'm probably never going to learn how to play harmonica properly. But when you see me in this, I'm playing this. I should be playing it with this flipped the other way, but I don't. But anyway, I love you guys. I love both my parents, and happy Father's Day, Dad. I'll be over with a card later, and to raid your refrigerator of whatever leftovers you've cooked up. But I've been doing this one for a long time, since I was about 13. So I think I've performed it close to 2,000 times now in front of an audience, and still a thrill to me, and it helped define my career. And it's sort of the song that I've become known for, not obviously as much as Billy Joel, but I can hardly ever do a gig without playing it, and that's, you know what, that's actually pretty awesome. So, seemed like the only one to end with tonight. Thanks a lot, guys. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shovels in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it completes when I wore a younger man's clothes. La 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 da da da, la la da 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 da. Sing us a song, hear the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, but you've got us feeling alright. John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke or the light of your smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. He says, Steve, I believe this is killing me. A smile ran away from his face. I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. La 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 da da da, la la da 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 da. Now Paul is a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife, and he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy, and he probably will be for life. And the waitress is practicing politics as the businessman slowly gets stoned. They're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. And I just said, sing us the song, hear the piano man. Sing us the song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. You've got us feeling alright. Well, it's a pretty good crowd here for a Sunday night on the internet. The manager gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me that you stopped by to see. I hope that it's been worth your while. The piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer. They sit at the bar, put bread in my jar. Say, man, what are you doing here? La 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 da da da. La la da 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 da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, but you've got us feeling alright. Thank you so much, everybody. You have a good night, good morning, wherever you're at, whatever lies in front of you. If you're a piano student of mine, remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. And if you're not a piano student of mine, or even if you are, just remember this. There's nothing that brings more happiness than love. So give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can. I've had a wonderful, wonderful time today. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And if you are interested in learning piano, I would encourage you to check out the new free Piano Man Approach Facebook group. It's our Piano Man Approach student community. We're having a lot of fun in there, doing a lot of sharing, a lot of free content, and I'm doing live stream Q&As every Friday at 3, so having a great time in there. But I will see you again to do this on Wednesday. Thanks for stopping by. It has been absolutely a pleasure from top to bottom for me. Love you guys so very much. Peace out.